Hi everybody, I thought I would just share how to use the filters on your Cookidoo app. So really good tips for people who are new to Thermomix and the TM6. So open your Cookidoo app, go to the bottom left where you've got Explore, and once you're on that page, in the top right hand corner you should have either a photo of yourself if you've already uploaded one to your Cookidoo account. If you haven't, you'll have a little grey chef's hat. Press on that button, and when you press that, you will come to this page which shows you your preferences. This is the only way on your phone that you can save your filter preferences. So it's really important to do it this way so that it doesn't default back each time you go to search for a recipe. So when I click preferences, if you are in the UK, it may automatically have saved, if I scroll down to the bottom, it'll have saved that you are in the UK, and it'll show you under country or region UK. You do not want to have UK on. It will limit the number of recipes you see. You need to make sure that you've got recipes from all over the world. And so to change that, if you click update filter, you can see here in the update filter, I've got English checked. That means that I will only show, or I will only see recipes that are written in English, but I want to make sure that I've got recipes written in English from all over the world. So I have got every country or region left blank, because then it will show me everything. If I click all of the countries, there's hundreds of, I've got loads of filters on, and I don't want loads of filters, but it also means that if there are recipes, maybe 2 or 3 recipes from a country that's not listed here, you won't see that. So leave all of the countries and regions empty, and if you only want to see English recipes, tick English and then click Save. So you can see here at the bottom of your preferences, you should show language English and country all. That's really important way of saving your preferences so that when you search, it doesn't keep defaulting back to what you've used for the next, for maybe just one recipe search. So if I move along the bottom of the screen, if I now click search, if I scroll down, you can see I've got at the top left-hand corner, I've got filters 1. So if I click on that, you'll see that if I scroll down, it'll just have English on there. Now, if I was to change the filters on here and reset it, it would automatically go back to whatever I have saved for my preferences. So I could put 2 or 3 filters on now while I search for a recipe, but next time I come to search for a recipe, it'll default back to whatever the preferences are set as. So I'm just going to go through different ways of changing filters for when you're hunting for recipes. So click on filters, and you can see you can search for recipes just by the category of food it is. So whether it's a soup, whether it's a vegetarian main meal, etc. Or I can search looking for ingredients. So I might want to just put tomato in if I've got loads of tomatoes in my fridge. You can exclude ingredients, although personally I have found that that's not, it doesn't filter all of them out. So I don't think it's as sensitive as it could be. Hopefully that'll be worked on over the next few years. Or I can search for tags. So tags are really useful for if you're hunting for example, low carb. Let's say low carb. I can put low carb in here, and it'll search. It's shown me 1,100 recipes in low carb. If I also put chicken in under the ingredients, it would obviously show me low carb recipes that are with chicken. You can also, under tags, you could maybe put something like Christmas. And you can see there's 1,200 results for Christmas. You can search for, well, there you go, we've got an example there. You can search for gluten-free, you can search for vegetarian, you can search for vegan, etc. So just think of a hashtag as being what the tags are for. So let me close that. I don't want any tags there. You can also search for things according to how difficult they are. I haven't used that, to be honest, because I've found that most recipes, well, in fact, I haven't found a recipe that isn't manageable. So even an advanced recipe probably just means there's lots of stages. Preparation time, I don't usually use that, but what I do use regularly is the total time. So if I've had a busy day and I want to knock up a dinner really quickly, I might just search for recipes that can be done in under 30 minutes from beginning to end. Portion sizes. Let's say you've got a recipe that automatically is for 4 people. If you were to change the portion size on here, it will only find recipes, for example, for 2 people. So the one that is written for 4 people won't show up. So I would advise you don't do that. I would find the recipe for 4 people and then see if it can be adapted using the right hand portion size on the Cookidoo recipe. I will go through that in another video. But so personally, I don't use the portion sizes on the filter. Ratings, I think if you've got a recipe that's got a rating of 4 or 5 stars, then it's generally a very good one. However, I would use the lower rated recipes with caution, because I've actually found that there are many recipes that I've tried that are 3 stars, and I would actually give them a much higher rating. So don't be put off trying ones that don't have a brilliant rating on here, because I don't find it, it may well be that somebody just doesn't like what that is rather than it's not a very good recipe. Scrolling down to Thermomix version, you can just search for recipes written for TM6 only. I think that's mainly useful if you've got an older version of the TM5, etc. Thermomix accessories, I don't use that very often. Obviously, I've still got low carb written here, which is why it's not finding very many. But I have got the English selected. So let me come out of there. Oh, see, I've still got low carb. You saw there were 2 filters in there. No, I've got 30 minutes done. Okay, so if you have got it set for no countries indicated and just the UK, you should have 10,774 results. You can search Cookidoo in the top bar for exactly what I've just done before. So let's suggest if I could put pasta in, I might then want to change a filter for pasta meals that are only under 30 minutes. So if I click on filters and scroll down to 30 minutes, you'll see that I've now got 1,700 recipes under 30 minutes for pasta. The other thing that you can do is, so on the left hand side of where I've written pasta, there's a green drop down arrow. At the moment, and as a default, Cookidoo will show you recipes. However, you can also search collections. If you think of a collection as being a book, so with lots of recipes, to get to pasta collections, if I click the drop down arrow, you can see underneath it's got collections. And here we have 350 books with pasta recipes in. So if I click on the first one, you can see in that one there's 15. Now that's actually not an English pasta book, but you can see there are 15 different recipes with pasta here. You can see top right, it's removed the English filter. So if I put back the English in country or region, oops, so update default filter. Oh, it has got English on there. I don't know why it's... I think it's because it's collections. Right, excuse me. So when you're searching for collections, it will show all of them. Let's have a look at this one. No, that's an Italian one. Okay, there are lots here. It's just searching for them. There you go. Italian pasta made easy. There's some. I will do another video where I talk about how easy it is to follow recipes that aren't in your first language. It's nothing to be scared of. It's really quite simple, but I will do that in a completely different video. So I'm going to go back to recipes rather than collections here. And you can see my 2 filters are back on again. So I'm going to remove the 30-minute filter and show the recipes. Okay. So that hopefully has helped you with searching for recipes using different filters. The biggest thing to take away from this is make sure that you've got it set correctly on your preferences. And I hope that has helped.